Okay, can you hear me? Good. So, hello guys, and welcome back. Today we will do some practice about speaking. We will practice speaking. And without further ado, let's get started. So, the first topic I am letting it over here. It here is geography. So let's talk about geography. How do you feel about geography? Hmm. To be honest, I am a huge fan of geography. In fact, I am following a YouTube channel whose YouTube channel its name is Geography Now. That channel is all about all the countries around the world, and to me, learning geography is all about learning the country and the people and the culture around the world. So, do you think learning geographic knowledge is useful for you? Absolutely yes. As I mentioned before, in addition to learning geography, plays a crucial role in helping us gain more knowledge about the people and the culture around the world. In addition to that, it helps us to have a broad understanding about the weather, how the minerals from other country, and how the tectonic plates from each region, such as Asia and Europe. Yeah. So, have you ever studied geography at school? Absolutely yes. In fact, education in Vietnam requires students to study geography at a rudimentary level, which means that we all have to learn about the geography from every continent as well as in Vietnam, so that we will have the the overall view about how the world and how Vietnam progresses, how Vietnam the world and Vietnam progress. Yeah. Are you good at reading a map? Um, Not to be brag, but I would say that I am. Yeah, I would say that I am excellent at reading map because when every time we travel, which me and my friends travel around the world, sorry, around anywhere. I am usually responsible for looking at the maps while my friends drive. Yeah, so and the reason for it is because I like, I have a good imagination. Yeah, which is why when reading a map, I can easily navigate the location and elements that have inside the map. Okay, so let's talk about helping others. Do you usually help people around you? Well, absolutely yes. To me, helping people is not just about you do some good thing for people, and it is all about you do it something good for yourself. To me, supporting people is a good way for me to relieving myself, especially when I am stressed and I have someone. It the feeling of relief comes from me. Yeah, and in fact, yesterday just got stressed from my work, and when I return home from my company, I helped an old man. I helped an old man, and after that, the feeling of stress gone away, of anxiety gone away, went away. Yeah. So how do you help people around you, such as neighbors, family, and friends? To me, I usually, to me, I would say that I will um, help them for like, let's see, yeah, it's a great question. Um, I will help them in their work and their daily life, such as fixing the plumbers and cleaning their house. Okay, so let's talk about, yeah, that is the most thing about, yeah. So how do you help people around you? Hmm. To me, that I would help people in giving them directions. Yeah, the majority of the jobs that I have done to support people come come from giving them direction, which means that when they have a problem, let's just say that they are struggle with uh, forming an idea for a campaign, for instance. Yeah. So instead of looking with them, uh, instead of looking idea with them, yes, I would say that I will ask them questions about like how, which, and why, so that they will have a broad view of the problems that they are facing, so that they will have a better approach to solve the problem. Yeah. So, do your parents teach you how to help others? Yeah, I would say that teaching children to support people is it is a culture of Vietnamese in general, and the same is true to me. So yes, my parents teach me how to help others, and they I still remember that when I was a child, and when my parents, sorry, when my mom witnessed me become become careless, yeah, become yeah, my parents witnessed me being witnessed me not helping someone. She got mad and yelled at me. Eh, Then she gave me a lesson about that if you want to receive good things, then you must help you must help other. Which and that sentence from my mom changed my mind forever. Which is why up till now, when every time I can, I will help other. So did your parents help you a lot when you were young? Mm, um, yeah, this might sound a little bit opposite compared to the previous question, but to be honest, my parents didn't didn't play a crucial role in play a vital role in helping me. Yeah, this is because they wanted me to become as much as independent as possible, and my parents they knew at that moment, they knew vividly that they know clearly that if they have their children a lot, their children will become more dependent on them. Yeah, will become more dependent on them, and in the long term, it could it could it could create a sorry, it could create a barrier or an obstacle to their children's success. So let's talk about gifts. Okay, so move on. Mhm. Okay, so describe a place in your country that you are interested in. So today I am going to talk about Hanoi, which is the capital of Vietnam, and I have a huge love for this place. So Hanoi is located in the north side of Vietnam, and this place has for like 10 million people, and the reason that and I first knew this place when I was 6 years old, when I first entered the first grade at school, and I learned about this place in my textbook. So from that time, I had a I have had a huge love for it, for this for Hanoi, and I still remember that when I was a child, often I often begged my mom to go to Hanoi because of its food, its culture, and its beauty. So uh, that is the and until moving on to the current time when I am in the university. So I am currently studying in Thanh Xuân district, which is in right in the center of Hanoi, and at this moment, at this time, I can literally, enjoying every beauty and every beauty and every culture of Hanoi, like having pho or eating some banh mi. Yeah, those are my favorite. And in the future, I plan I am planning to get a wife and planning to live in Hanoi so that I could enjoy it more. And additionally, I think that uh, Hanoi will be my second hometown. Yeah, my first hometown is in Bắc Ninh province, but to me Hanoi will be my second hometown because the value, the lesson, and also the memory it brings to me will it creates my personality today. That is why I have a strong love for Hanoi. Mhm. So good. So how can people access travel information? Hmm. To me, in this modern days, I think that uh, the majority of people can find new information to travel on website, on social media, because compared to website, social media has a fast pace and the amount of information in on that platform is up to date. It is more up to date than on the website. I mean, if you want to create a post on the website uh, about a new travel, let's say you want to travel to Indonesia, yeah, in Japan, to Japan, it might take you for like 2 to 3 hours to find the suitable information for you. But when it comes to social media, that amount of time it just takes you for like 2 to 3 minutes, and and in addition to that, you will find much more valuable information such as the hotels you want to hire or the destinations you want to arrive. So, do people have different personalities in different regions in your country? Hmm, interesting question. Let's see. Well, to, in my opinion, I would say that this is an interesting question since, according to Vietnamese history, we suffer from a lot of wars uh, from a war against China to war against the U.S., which is why, and during that time, our country have and from since during that time and from that time to and since that time we have a lot of alteration. We have had a lot of alteration in cultures and lifestyles, and which leads to the huge distinction between personalities. So let's just say that in Hanoi and Saigon, which is the two most well-known cities in Vietnam, yeah. This, it is widely known in Hanoi. The majority of people are known for their chill, their laid back living and laid back and saving lifestyle. But the people from Ho Chi Minh City, they shows they show the opposite side, the completely opposite side. They are more generous, they are more enthusiastic, which is why Ho Chi Minh City is considered zealous, the most zealous area of Vietnam. Yeah. So, what caused the differences between, um, as I mentioned before, the history of people, yeah, the history of the history of people of the country of the region, maybe bigger is a country, is a huge, it's a huge cost, it's a huge cost for it. But in addition to that, there are two things in Vietnam that I find it is kind of childish, but there are still many Vietnamese people uh, are having it, which are having them, which are the voice and which are voice, how they speak, and their stigma, their biases. Yeah. So let's talk about the former. Um, this this is because people they are considered Vietnamese people. There are some region they consider that they believe that their voice are the most Vietnamese, and but when it comes to the latter, yeah, they believe that, like, let's just say I just mentioned that Hanoi people are too saving and laid back. So some people in the southern of Vietnam, let's just say from Saigon, they will have a bias like Hanoi people are kind of like high bound people, and as a result, this could lead to a consequence in which people uh, have a, have a regional discrimination, and they stigmatize other people from other from other areas. Yeah. So, um, do youngsters nice to try new thing, or do people of your parents' age? Um, In my opinion, I would say that no matter what age you are, you will always have a sense of trying new of you will have a sense or maybe a desire of trying new things. This is because to me, it trying new things makes our people today and our ancestors from primitive era uh, can they can develop like this until now like this is thanks to their their yearn to their their wish to try new things. So, yep. Sorry, sorry. And in addition to that, so let's just and there are a lot of people often think that trying new thing is all about you have to follow the follow the crew. But to me, trying new things maybe it's just something very simple. I mean, you let's just say that you have an interest in branding. Yeah, so you can do it, and that is your thing. You don't have to follow a crew because following a crew is sometimes detrimental. Yeah. So it's a great tourist destination. It's also a good place to live. Mm, how should let's see. Um, I would say that it's not a good place because let's see. Not. I would say that. Let's see. I say it's not a good place because to me, uh, a tourist, a good tourist, a perfect, a wonderful tourist destinations might equals to many crimes will happen. For instance, pickpockets. Yeah, pickpockets will there will be more pickpockets in the area of developed tourist destination, and I used to suffer from it. I used to suffer from it when I came to Sapa. Yeah, I came to Sapa on in last mo- in I came to Sapa last month, and I do bring some money in cash, and when I got there, the money was stolen by a group of children, and I didn't recognize it until I get to the hotel, and from that time I started to recognize that sometime in a developing area, yeah, in a not in a an area that tourism is not is not developed, yeah, might have a good might be a good place to live than a great tourist destination. So why do people go to live in small towns and think that they are more interesting than in big cities? Hmm. Interesting question. Could you give me a few moments to think? To me, I think that the majority of the people who choose to live in small towns, searching uh, small towns find them interesting because they are seeking tranquility. They are seeking tranquility, which means that they believe that tranquility is their personality. Yeah, which is why, and according to a research I read a week ago, humans have a preposition to choose choose an area that match their personality and their value. So, for example, um, I am also an introvert person, which is why I will choose to live in an apartment or a house that has little or no noise from traffic jam, and I will also opt on a coffee shop that has a quiet space for me, and yeah, that is my reason for it. Okay, good.